Shocking statement in Parliament. TDP MP Murli Mohan Maganti says women must dress in a dignified manner. This statement was made in the Lok Sabha during a discussion on women's safety. Nandita Suneja joins us for more on this now. Nandita, it's shocking at the outset that during a discussion on women's safety, once again, onus being put on women by this member of Parliament, saying that women must dress in a dignified manner. Give us the entire context of this statement.
Well, there was a discussion going on. In fact, it still continues in Lok Sabha on the issue of women's safety, and there will be a response from the Women and Child Development Minister also on this. But completely shocking and deplorable statement coming from a TDP MP who happens to be a former film actor of Andhra Pradesh. And he said that,
to uphold the tradition of our Indian culture, I would earnestly appeal to all my sisters, daughters and girls to dress dignifiedly. I would also appeal all my brethren to treat every girl, lady, woman as his own family member, which will be a great tribute to our Mother India. We all know India has a special place in the Committee of Nations when it comes to culture and tradition. I would urge upon the government to implement the Criminal Law Act 2013 in letter and spirit of strict action should be taken against the rapists and the atrocities against the woman. To uphold the tradition of our Indian culture, I would earnestly appeal to all my sisters, daughters and girls to dress dignifiedly. I would also appeal all my brethren to treat every girl, lady, woman as his own family member, which will be a great tribute to our Mother India. We all know India has a special place in the Committee of Nations when it comes to culture and tradition. I would urge upon the government to implement the Criminal Law Act 2013 in letter and spirit of strict action should be taken against the rapists and the atrocities against the woman.
Well, absolutely shocking.
I'm really thankful that it was just one MP who made such an outrageous comment, because in the last time we had a discussion, there were so many more who had made such absolutely outrageous comments. So the fact that it was a good discussion otherwise, and it was only one MP, I think, given the present situation in Parliament where MPs are calling to rape political opponents, I think, you have to be thankful that it was only one. But having said that, on a more, serious note, I think there should have been certainly objections to what this gentleman had to say, and he should have...
Were there none? Were there no objections in the House, ma'am?
I beg your pardon?
Were there no objections made immediately on the spot in the House?
Well, that's the whole point. That somebody in the House should have strongly objected to it. Because unless to give the answer right there and then, these people don't learn. I mean, surely he should know that it's not the way that women are dressing, which is why that has made India unsafe for women. So there should have been a reaction on the floor of the House. In any case, I condemn it. I condemn it.
And we do believe that there was some amount of outrage from the women MPs in the House, and he was eventually forced to retract his statement. But, is it okay to make such an irresponsible statement, that too on a forum like the Parliament, and then just retract it? Should his...
Well, it's mind sickening to hear all this thing again from the Member of Parliament, from none other than him. And this shows that he is throwing all the burden on women. That if they are molested, if they are raped, or if there are criminal offences, if they are victims, that means they are only responsible and men are not responsible. This is how it conveys directly, indirectly. And somebody was, one can cross question that what happens to the small child who is at home, and what happens to the 80-year-old woman who is at home. Even she is not left. What about the dress code do they have? So this is, I think this is again ridiculous. It has to be condemned, and Member of Parliament ought to know what are the basic things where the offences are committed against women, is where it lies. This type of comments will again give wrong signals. That
exactly.
In home and women should not go out. They should be in that same Lakshman Rekha. Otherwise, if they come out of it, law agency, implementing agency cannot do anything. Men cannot help it. Women only have to take care, and they only have to take care of their own dignity, status, and respect. I think this is ridiculous.
Appropriate to appeal to women to dress, in a dignified way?
As a matter of fact, all the women MPs in Parliament all got together across party line, and we all agree that such comments are uncalled for, especially when there's a debate against women, atrocities against women and children. It was really sad. But in his defense, when we all sort of got up and took objection, he said he takes his words back and it's been removed from the record. So let's drop it.
When this discussion takes place, it's being watched by everyone in the country. I mean, how does it reflect on the mentality of public representatives?
No, I don't think it's that. I think if somebody says something publicly and then retracts, I think you should give him a chance. I think it'd be unfair.